What they're trying to do is see if they can get some words, the words out of Puffy's mouth, into the court without having him testify, because if he testifies, there are some things that they can cross-examine him on. I think what they're trying to do is say that, look, it was somebody else's gun and he was just trying to clear up the situation, and they're going to make that argument if they can, but we'll see if they have to actually put him on the stand. I think they're going to see how the trial plays out.
Oh, well, Byron, let me turn to you. Have you run into Puffy during your time working for Eminem there in the business?
No, I just met some of his associates. I never met him personally.
Okay. Obviously stories are one thing that you hear on the outside versus what may come into testimony, but what was Puffy's image among those they're literally on stage, bodyguarding, working behind the scenes?
Well, from people that I know that knows him, they say that he's a businessman, conservative guy, stand-up guy. I can't really comment on him as far as a person, but one of the things that I've noticed, not only with Puffy, but with other hip-hop artists, that a lot of the reasons why they get in trouble is because inadequate security, as far as like the bodyguards. Not saying that their bodyguards aren't doing a good job, but circumstances like this could have been eliminated by, one of the first things was the club owner. He should have had all those patrons should be checked coming in, VIP or not. That's the first breach in security. The second is, if there's a situation jumping off, the bodyguard's supposed to be there to defuse that. That's what I see. This whole thing breaks down because of lack of security.
Well, let me ask you about searching for weapons, because Anthony Jones, there's some that say, it's his gun, this is who it belongs to, but he was the bodyguard. Were you supposed to be armed when you were working with Eminem?
Well, yeah, I'm licensed, and I can carry pretty much in like 48 states, but unfortunately for New York, unless you're a police officer, you can't carry. And this, that's written, in black and white, no matter what other states that you're certified in. When you're working with somebody on the clientele like Puffy, if you can't carry, you should bring other people in that can carry, such as police officers, private investigators, people who have like full experience that can handle situations like that. We don't never have to worry about going to jail or getting caught up. And that's a problem that I've never had working with Slim, because all my papers were legal. Yeah,
well, you talk about it not being legal, but would it be, it wouldn't surprise you, though, that a bodyguard would be carrying with him even if he wasn't licensed in the city, would it?
Well, no, it wouldn't surprise me, but the thing is, I always preach quality. And what I mean by that, like qualified bodyguards, more so guys such as myself, with on-point executive protection, the guys at J&A, those are like police officers, private investigators. You have bodyguards, and then you have security guys.
Yeah.
And there's a difference there. And until these artists and entertainment people realize that they need to have quality people, they're going to continue to get themselves in this trouble, because they're going to have their entourage be their security, and you can't do that. You got to hire quality people.
Yeah, Ray Lewis would probably welcome that advice a while back. Let me turn to Joe, because you've got a situation here where if the gun is put on Anthony Jones, even though it was Puffy's vehicle, his party, and nobody can eyeball him with a gun, any civil liability, any criminal liability on his part?
Well, civil liability, the standards, as you know, Catherine, so
agency
much lower.
And the rest of this.
I mean, it's so much lower. Yeah. And in civil cases,
because he's got two suits pending, his driver and one of the women who was shot.
And the civil cases, people wind up settling what they call nuisance settlements, sometimes just to get rid of it without admitting liability. As far as criminal liability being attached to a scenario that you posed, I just don't see it. I don't see 12 people saying that, well, because he was there. If there's no independent evidence that he was a person either involved with, physical contact with the gun or direction that the gun should be shot,